Coming up on the December 2019 episode of Could Be Better.
The part I hated, or maybe I shouldn't say it.
That's it.
They adopted 2 albino children.
Oh boy.
Like, how do they find them in this house? I mean, I love the rest of the concept of it. I love if you can just stuff a tree somewhere. And everybody loves frosted balls.
I know. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't like cold balls?
Everybody loves frosted balls.
I'm Rob Conlon.
And I'm Jay Dewey.
And this is Could Be Better.
The podcast where we pour drinks
And spill the tea
about what we really think
about this month's edition of Better Homes and Gardens.
So, people, we apologize for taking a little break. Unfortunately, I had a brain stroke, and I was in the hospital for 16 weeks. So we missed a few issues, but we're happy to be back.
We are back.
In December. While I was in the hospital, I did convert a few new listeners over.
Good. The nurses.
And therapists. So thank you to Carl, Sarah, Caitlin, Deb.
Oh my God.
The other staff.
No wonder we had so many spikes in listeners.
I know.
Yeah.
But I am back and on the mend.
You are on the mend. Yes, you're doing fabulous.
Not quite there yet, but
you are 1,000 times better than
oh
you
yeah,
were.
yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So, and we really didn't post anything about what was going on because it was a tough road for a while.
It was touch and go.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't awake for that, but
Right.
I hear it was touch and go.
It was touch and go.
So
it was.
we kept it a little private.
Yeah.
So, our apologies, listeners, but
Oh, I think people understand.
here we are.
We are right back on the Christmas episode.
Yeah.
That's the best one to come
Yep.
back on.
Yep.
Should I be singing?
Christmas carols? Go for it.
Yeah. You're obviously not my husband.
But so you thoughtfully brought a signature cocktail.
I did bring a signature cocktail that we
Very timely.
that I threw together. They actually do talk about this. They reference
Yes.
eggnog in
Yep.
this issue. So I brought over some Hudson Valley Farms eggnog, and I made it with my family's traditional recipe, which includes not 1, not 2, but 3 kinds of alcohol.
Oh gosh.
Jay only has 2, and just a
Yeah.
splash because, he did have a stroke.
And I was in the hospital for 16 weeks, totally sober. So I detoxed from alcohol and caffeine.
And caffeine, that
Yeah.
one.
I back to caffeine.
You are back to
But,
caffeine?
Yeah.
So to make my family's boozy eggnog, you basically do equal parts Kahlua, rum, and brandy. But Jay didn't want the brandy in his. Some people are brandy fans. But a Kahlua, rum, and brandy, and then pour that in your glass, and then you top it with the eggnog and give it a good mix. So that the eggnog kind of looks brownish.
Yeah.
Right? So it's delicious, though. Cheers.
Cheers.
If you get really drunk and you can't do the rest
Yeah.
of it, then it's screwed because I don't know how to do the machines. You don't love it.
I'm not drunk yet.
You're not drunk yet, but you're also... Eggnog's not everybody's favorite, right?
I love eggnog. I really do.
It's really thick.
Yes.
And as I was saying, as I was mixing these up, my family only drank eggnog on Thanksgiving Day. People have like strange little traditions, right? So
That's a little strange.
that's all. That's the only day we ever had eggnog.
I usually save it for the few days right before and after Christmas.
It's a lot. It's heavy. It like sticks to your tongue, like
It does.
other things.
We'll get sound great by the end. I'm already funny, so
just don't let it hit your tongue. That's the answer. Don't let it hit your tongue.
So here we are with December.
That was good.
Yep.
Cheers. You owe me a drink.
Yep.
So yeah, December. So what are your first reactions to
My
the
first
cover?
reaction is you find out on the editor's letter page that this is also a throwback. They recreated a cover of this evergreen bough on a red door with a mittened glove knocking. Some presents.
Some presents, like I mean they're like bringing in the presents like no one
Yeah.
I know does, but it's actually it's nicer than last year's cover. Though.
Oh yes, it is.
Remember the
Yep.
pink tree
Mhm.
thing that you loved so
Yeah.
much?
Yep.
No, this was I like the cover, though it really it's really then not really referenced again.
No, it's not.
It's like
Just
it has
take that
nothing to
little
do with
tidbit.
the rest of the
No.
with the rest of the issue, but
No.
it's cute. It's pretty. It's actually it's probably more welcoming, I think, than the last year's one.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
And that wooden dowel tree. That was
Spiky.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
And kill the children. So, do you put a wreath on your door?
We usually do. Yeah.
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 We don't.
Okay. I usually make it. I mean, not the whole wreath, but just the
You put the,
decorate it. Buy a plain wreath. And
you buy the
decorate
plain wreath
Yeah.
from.
it. Sunny Gardens.
Oh, even in place.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that's
So-
the cover, and of course we tagged like we usually
You
do.
yeah.
Everything that I tagged with like my lime green was the things we talk about the most. But the
Okay.
truth is, there was only like two.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
there are two or three. Like the magazine is heavy on Christmas
Heavy,
and
oh, yeah.
stuff and
Yep.
like making stuff. It's not really like
Yeah.
the usual.
Not at all.
But that's okay.
There's not even a. I did it.
Not an I did it at
No,
all.
no.
But on page 6,
It's the thought that counts. My text says he's back.
he's back.
He answered our prayers. And
Yeah, it's
did
our
another
prayers with
photo.
the picture. And I have to say, for all of the like being mean about Stephen R. that I was
Mhm.
last year, he's kind of hot in this picture.
yeah. Yeah.
His jeans are.
So you had to wait for it.
I had to wait for it. Kept me waiting. So, what did you think? What were your thoughts about the letter?
So glad to see him that he's back, and the letter itself, excuse me, it makes a good point. It really is the thought that counts, and we
Right.
get so hung up on how much did he spend, how much did she spend, where did she get it,
Right.
all that,
All of that. Yeah.
and you really should focus on the fact that they remembered you.
Right. I mean, because half the people don't.
Right.
I actually I enjoyed the letter because I've been fighting with my family for years about trying to like really pare down Christmas gifts
Yeah. Yep.
because it does become too much. Like we were just before I came here, we were talking about what we have for everybody. We're way behind on shopping, but and as we're making the list, I was like, do we really need to get all of that stuff?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't it be nice to just how about this? FaceTime them on Christmas Day instead,
Yeah.
which
There you go.
which we don't do,
Right.
right? So, it's
To actually spend time with these
spend
people.
time with these
Yeah.
people, which I think is a better way to go. No one, I don't want to say no one. My mother's pared down from 32 presents apiece
Oh my God.
to 2.
Wow.
Which is good, but a lot of people still are very. I think there's something about maybe your own identity around buying a gift and how you give gifts. Like people are really invested in doing it,
Yeah.
and I don't know that it's the best way to demonstrate love.
It's not.
And that's what Stephen says.
Yeah. It is true that the best part of Christmas is giving gifts and really not receiving.
Right. I would
So
agree.
this is one way to get that feeling of giving without breaking the bank
Right.
or going into debt, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, think about the fact that people go into debt.
Yeah.
Like there's billboards.
Oh, yeah. The average American spends whatever.
Yeah, it's
1,500. I
yeah,
don't know.
ridiculous,
Yeah.
right? That's there are billboards already up in the Hudson Valley. That's from like the credit unions and stuff. That
Oh
say,
yeah.
like pay off your holiday debt, and I'm like, Jesus, like, do we really need that much stuff? And we don't. Stephen Orr tells us right out here that we don't. And so I also have to say that the very last paragraph about him becoming his father was really interesting to me. Because we always laugh at my house about, we always say that Tim can talk to a rock.
Yes.
Because he'll talk to anybody and anywhere. And that Stephen was saying he's becoming like that. And that his husband tries to
pull him back.
Pull him back. Right? Like, I don't think that stranger needs to talk to you right now. Yeah. But and we do become our parents in some ways, right? Yep. Hopefully it's the good ways.
Right.
So, thanks, Stephen.
We're glad you're back.
You. I know you missed us too.
I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Has he friended you yet?
He hasn't friended me yet. But almost everybody else in the magazine has.
That's good.
Right? I mean, every time we follow someone, they're like, hey, that was funny.
Yep.
So what was your next tag?
My next tag was on page 14. So this is in the gift suggestions.
Right. So after the letter that says don't worry about buying gifts.
Buy gifts.
There's a whole section of buying gifts. Right?
Yep. But I liked on 14.
Page 14.
There was the your on-the-go cup with the straw.
Ah.
Silicone that collapses down.
Yep, to a little disc.
Yep.
I actually liked the socks, and number 5.
Those are cool too.
I only wear funky socks, like I currently have.
Oh yes, yep.
Polka dot socks with purple and green and blue polka dots. So page 14. You liked the cup. I like the socks. There's some other cute. So there's a whole thing about like journal number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Do you journal?
No.
Okay.
Not anymore.
I don't actually know anybody that does anymore.
Oh.
So I was kind of like, thanks anyway, though. Right. I flipped to page 18.
Okay.
One of the things I do like and that I do still do.
Headbands?
The headbands, the hair for my hair. To hold my hair back out of my face. No, note cards. Number 6 is note cards.
Okay, yeah.
One of the things that I still do, which a lot of people don't do, is write thank you cards. And I have received over the years boxes of note cards that, believe it or not, have been really great because something comes up, you're like, oh crap, I don't have the card that's for this occasion, and if it's just like a painted card or this one's sort of an abstract, you can make it work. In fact, when you adopted Ramon, I sent him a card saying welcome to the family, even though you were always here. That was in one of those boxes that somebody gave us. So so that I thought was a great idea if you know somebody who actually still writes cards, which most people, based on our Christmas cards, don't.
We've gotten 0
Christmas cards.
Yeah,
we got one. But I'm waiting on the onslaught of pictures of children.
Yes.
And I know I might have gone on my diatribe last year about this. Children and dogs without the parents, and we're like, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah.
I'm
true.
I'm like, I haven't seen your kids in 10 years. I don't even remember their names.
Right.
Like, could you at least put your name on the card? Like, love Bob and Jay, or something, because we get a whole bunch of pictures of just kids.
Yeah.
So if that's what you're doing this year,
I think
love
most people do.
We don't.
Okay. You're lucky.
We make our own cards.
Oh yeah, I know. I thought you meant you don't get them.
Oh no, we get a ton of them. We got a ton of them. Our whole, like all of it is that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's fine. It's just not. It's not me. So anyway, that's my tag for hate.
Okay.
My tag for hate of people who send me nothing but pictures of their kids and dogs. And if you're listening to this, I love it. Thank you. So we're skipping to page 27 is where I'm
That's
landing.
my next one too.
We landed on cutie little boy Michael Worms.
Yes, cute.
I think it's Worm. W-U-R-M. Worm. Yeah. It's on the first page. So we're following him.
Oh, good. I thought you would. So,
So you
I
didn't
didn't even look. No.
And
So this is a holiday decor.
Yeah.
Using tartans and lots of green. He says he was inspired by the Emerald City.
Oh, it turns out I think he's gay.
I think. Well, you're following him on Instagram, so you should know.
We are. Could be better podcasts. Let's
Yes,
follow
yes.
him. So,
I love this look with the black and white and the green
yeah.
tartan. I thought it was really cool, Christmassy, but not super traditional.
Right. It didn't like scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, ooh. It didn't scream red and green, right?
Right. This could work in many environments.
Yeah. I had a total tag for love for it. The first page of the the article is sort of like a collection of all the stuff he's been using, the ribbon and the tartan and the black and white paper, and then it rolls into the pictures of quite a lovely tree.
Yes.
Perfect, in fact. But you love green.
I do.
Even this like emerald green.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go for emerald green myself, but I don't mind it, especially for holidays.
Right. So Michael did okay by you.
Yeah, he did okay. But it's a lot of work to be securing all your glass ornaments to the tree with florist wire.
You don't do that.
No. You just take the old wire hangers that came in a big and twist them around.
Yeah, the ones that you bought at like CVS or whatever, like
10 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you keep finding, and you find them in the carpet in like April.
Yep, exactly. And then when I find them, I go back to the Christmas box and kind of poke them in.
It's exactly
so
what I
them.
do.
Yeah.
And then they're like swimming at the bottom of the box.
Yep. Where are my hooks? Oh, they're at the bottom.
Well, I guess we should be doing florist wire.
You should, apparently.
I think that would be great for working on your motor skills.
It would, yes.
This whole
occupation therapy.
There's a whole bunch of stuff coming up for that too.
Yeah, I know. The craft section.
The craft section. No, but I thought this was really pretty. I also liked. He talked a lot about, sort of don't like go on the cheap with like ribbon and like make sure you get enough stuff and you're like filling in the spaces, and I think a lot of people don't.
True.
A lot of people are like that person's house you go to and the garland ends like 3/4 of the way down and they just didn't bother to spread it out more.
You can always return it if you don't use it.
Right. Oh my god. So on page 30 we actually get a picture of cutie old Michael.
Yes. My text says QT pie.
Is it really?
Yeah.
He's super cute.
Yep. And even though the walls are white and it's mostly white on white and white, I didn't mind it because the emerald chairs really did break it up.
No, yeah. I mean the decor in the room is really about the emerald and the punches of green and black and white. So you don't feel like you're swimming in a white house like the one that's coming up.
No. By the way.
Yes.
In the hospital, I spent a lot of time watching HGTV.
Okay.
I watched a lot of Fixer Upper.
You love them
painful.
now?
No, I still hate them. I felt like a traitor because I was watching them. There's nothing else on.
It's hard
And
when
it was
you're
just
trapped with TV, right?
nothing. Every house, open concept. Wait.
Exactly the same.
Yep.
Gorgeous.
Yep.
Flipping. What was your next tag?
My next tag. I skipped the open house.
You skipped the open house?
Party planning because I didn't. Oh no, I didn't totally skip it.
I was going to say there had to be something.
Yeah. On page
38.
My text is she washes plastic plates.
No, but it says very specifically they are sturdy plastic plates.
I know.
They're Chinette or something. Or what are the is that what it is? Chinette?
Might be.
Yeah.
I know which one she means, but still. If you're going to wash plastic plates, just use a regular plate.
No, but the whole article, Jay, was about trying not to look bougie.
But it does.
The whole thing
It
is
looks
bougie.
really bougie.
Right? It's like, don't look bougie. Buy your side dishes from Costco, but
Right.
make sure you put all of your platters on staggered boxes throughout the table that you buy from our company.
Yep.
And it's only in white and red. And, it's...
Yeah. Well, here was your eggnog suggestion.
This is where the eggnog came from.
Yep.
She's giving people eggnog. I didn't write your name on the glass like they do, though. Do you want me to do that?
No, it's okay.
Are you doing all right?
I think we can tell them apart. Yeah.
Are you drunk yet?
Getting there. Yeah.
Half a glass of wine. Half a glass for your birthday?
It was half a glass.
Half a glass, and you were out.
Yep.
So I have my first tag for hate on page 40.
Okay. All right.
And
Do
you
tell.
know what? I don't remember why. I have a tag for hate right next to the children, so it might have been that. But
Okay.
but I don't think it was. Oh no, you know what it was? It was about how they're like trying not to be bougie and they're being bougie. Like, I'm gonna go to Costco and buy stuff, but I only order my flowers from this particular website.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Like, I only spend $1 million on flowers so that I can pay $20 for my Costco dish. Like, it just, I felt like they were trying really hard to not be uppity, and it comes off more uppity because of that.
Yeah, if you're gonna be uppity, just be uppity.
Just be uppity.
We're okay with it.
Right? If you're going to have a potluck, then just have a potluck. But this is like, do both at the same time. No one will notice. Except the guys from Could Be Better.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we don't really like them. Happy Christmas.
Sorry.
So,
My next tag is on 45.
I knew you were going
The
to.
craft section.
But what?
What did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say the title of the craft section.
Oh, bigger is better? That was not it, actually.
That was not it? Oh, my God.
No, my tag is for hate is that they went bigger and better. They went bigger.
They went bigger.
But the bow on her wreath is right in front of her choach. All eyes lead to her vagina.
My vagina's wrapped up for you.
Yes, it's wrapped in a bow.
She's all smiles about it. Oh, God. I have to tell you, I didn't even notice that, but I don't ever notice vaginas. So
that was all I could see.
My God.
This hoop wreath.
It was like a nightmare.
Pointing right to the vagina.
You're like, this is what I got to go back to with this magazine?
Yeah.
Vaginas? But the whole
one thing you don't want bigger is a bigger vagina.
Oh, God. Probably not, right?
I don't think so.
I don't even know. I'm a gold star. I don't even know whether
Me too.
Is it? You are?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
After all these years?
Yeah.
We learned something about each other. You have to have a stroke and go in the hospital before I really know you.
But Amber, I think her name's Amber. Amber is all about oversized decor.
Yes.
She has these paper plate peppermints on mantle. She rainbow dyed her own bottle brush trees.
Did you like?
Come on. Come on. You have time for that?
She does. The bottle brush trees is kind of like you can just buy those.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. The paper plate things were kind of cute. You know what it was cute for? It would be cute for like a school classroom or or a kid's party. It was a little juvenile for my taste.
Yeah.
Right? It looks unless your theme is candy.
Sure.
Right.
Sure. And what is this mantle she's decorating? Is it made of styrofoam? Or
Did
just
she
painted
make the
pink?
mantle too?
I don't know. It doesn't say, but
Garland on a mantle or stair railing. No, it's just a fake mantle in the middle of nowhere.
all right. Just checking.
It's in the middle of absolutely nowhere. So that was page 46. I'm sorry.
And then 48, she's lighting these giant candles made out of shipping tubes.
This is my next. This is my tag
not
for
into
hate.
it at all. No.
I tagged this for hate. And then she made a giant match stick,
I know.
like to light your fake giant candles.
Yeah. How far are you going with this?
Obviously, pretty far.
Oh, my fake house burned down.
I
'Cause I tipped over a fake candle.
Oh my god, I haven't laughed so hard. My fake house burned down.
I mean, come on.
Oh Christ. Yeah, I didn't really like. I think this.
Again, maybe like for like the 5th grade play.
It is
You
that.
need decor?
That's what it. That's exactly what it feels like. All the stuff feels like play props.
Yes.
Right.
Hmm?
That's what it was. I couldn't put my finger on it. Probably because I was too worried about touching vagina, but I could not figure out what the feeling was because it doesn't feel like you'd put it in your house.
Right.
It's definitely stage props.
Yep.
And good for Amber. We can get to know her more on page 48, but
I know. Do you really want to?
no. I just didn't know if you you might want to do some more reading up on how to make your fake candles. I know what I'm getting you for Christmas now, though.
Giant fake candles? Or giant matches?
Giant vagina.
It's wrapped up in a bow already. It's ready to go.
Bigger is better. Oh my god. Where's your next tag?
My next tag was on Z1, another Christmas tree styled by Aaron Swift. And what would not be Swift, I feel, is having to refill all of the floral picks she used to insert more greenery in her tree.
She keeps them fresh with water, though.
So labor intensive.
You have time for that.
Apparently I do.
I
do. Right
You're
now.
still in rehab right now.
Yeah.
So I expect next week to come over, and you have a white or silver
Silver.
artificial tree.
Yep.
I expect fresh greenery stuffed into all the empty spaces.
Yes. With floral picks.
Floral picks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of the parts of the article were pretty good. There's some interesting things about how to use different like size or kinds of lights.
Yes.
She talks about, don't forget your tree skirt, and you don't have to go buy one. You could use an heirloom blanket or something you have, which I thought some of that stuff was really nice ideas. The rest of it, though, I wasn't like in love with. It was kind of like, huh? Like your spray painted magnolias? I don't know. Didn't do it for me. But Erin's going to love hearing about it, though.
I'm sure you will.
How come we never hear about the people we tear apart?
I don't know. Why is that? On page 56,
You're trying to pull me back.
so this is using greenery on presents.
Yeah.
But the main thing is they took the time to tie-dye string to tie in the presents. I just don't have the time.
There's a lot of this. There's a lot of this throughout this issue,
yep.
right? A lot of take the time to tie-dye or dye your own stuff.
Yep.
It must be a trend.
Must be. So we're behind.
I might do it though. I got time. It's only December 4th.
You have time, yeah. Oh yeah, it's only you got 21 days.
21 days to get it all done.
Tie-dye string.
Yeah, since we're dialing back on our trees this year, I can definitely.
Yeah.
We're only doing like 6 trees, so I
Only
can
6,
definitely dye some string. 60. I was sort of not loving the table scape.
I thought you might not.
It was like after I just spent like 6 hours making it.
Simplicity itself.
Thanksgiving tablescape. It's
just throw down the evergreens.
Well, there's a runner. The challenge is, so this is what I didn't like about it. Like, I'm okay with simplicity, but what I didn't like about this tablescape is that it only looks good from an aerial shot. When you're sitting at this table, just think about where you would be sitting. So you're sitting at the placement, and she might even be using plastic plates for all we know.
She might.
It looks like somebody just threw green, not even full boughs of green,
right?
Like snips of green. Oh, that's the piece that fell off the tree when we dragged it in the house. Put it on the table for a tablescape.
That's what it looks like.
But it's pretty. I mean, I could see my sister-in-law Kelly doing this, though.
Okay. Kelly, we love you.
Because she'd be like, "Oh, look at how simple that is, and it looks pretty." I'd be like, "From above." Yeah, I was not a fan.
Don't you fly a drone over your table?
Yeah. Oh well. Oh, were you not following my Facebook feed? I was standing on a chair on a box taking a picture of my tablescape, but that's just because I'm a whack job.
You're you.
Because it's me. So we didn't really love. I love the concept of using greens, like natural greens. This just felt like, I don't know. The whole thing was like, I think this was the answer to the like. Do it.
Other stuff,
Do like if you're gonna go out and put on like 30 yards of ribbon and buy all these glass balls, this was the alternative to that.
Right.
But I'm a gay guy that likes lots of stuff. And there's more. There's more tie-dye string. There's more of less.
Yeah.
What is this?
It's the same tie-dye.
No, I know, but what is? It's just stupid.
I know.
Like why? You can buy that.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right.
So,
I mean,
my note on 62 says, "Are those dildos or candles?"
Oh my God! They look like the pack you can buy from like Nasty Pig, like the training pack, like from small to large,
different sizes.
Oh my God!
But I think they're probably.
I think they're candles.
Artisan-made candles.
Oh, they're pretty.
Pillars, yeah.
They're beeswax, probably, right?
Yeah.
Well,
they do not look like that. I'm sorry.
And here I thought you lost your spunk.
No.
Yeah, this was another thing that I was like, if you're going to take the time to cut birch rings and like discs, drill holes in them, to stick one, like literally one single, like needle branch.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck? I don't know. I hate Scandinavians. Oh gosh.
And you know, unless you do this right before Christmas,
Oh, it's
you're gonna have
it's dead.
fire
Yeah.
hazard. Just
Your
brown needles.
your house will burn down with those giant fake candles.
Right. Even a fake candle to set that tree on fire.
Oh god.
Don't you dare light that dildo. You're going down.
Don't you dare light that dildo. Happy Christmas. Oh my god. Oh, I'm sure people missed us.
So the next feature article is, what is it?
Wait, I'm putting it up to the light. It is
91?
90 and 91, yes.
All is shiny and bright. So they did shiny bright ornaments a few years ago.
Yeah, they did. But
when Eddie was working there.
Oh,
He was the
yeah.
shiny bright guy.
Well, you know, I still miss him.
Yeah.
But shiny brights never go out of style. That's
Never.
the whole thing,
No.
right? And for those of you who don't know what shiny brights are, you probably should not be listening to this podcast.
Stop right now. Google shiny bright ornaments.
So, do you have any shiny brights?
We have some. I don't know if they're actually shiny bright, but we have some that are shiny bright-esque.
Yeah. It's actually hard to find the original shiny brights now because there are people like her who are like really hardcore collectors, and so they buy them up before you even see them.
But they are some of my prized possessions. They go at the very top of the tree.
Oh.
To avoid getting broken.
By your cat.
By my cat.
And your toddler. That's what you got to do, though.
Yeah.
Right? My mother never had anything like that on our tree until we were older. You know?
Yep.
I hate the metal bow on page 92.
Okay.
I just hated it. I was just like, I don't really like this. And it finds a new place in their kitchen every year. I was like, okay. Yeah. I should find its way to the garbage from my perspective. But you probably like it. Did you like it?
Not necessarily.
No.
No.
It doesn't. I don't know. Didn't do it for me. I mean, I thought there was some interesting stuff. I mean, not that it's my taste per se. I do love sort of like the feather trees that she uses to display the ornaments because they have like, they're basically, if you've never seen one, they're like layers. There's a layer and then there's a big gap and a layer. Space to hang things.
Hang ornaments.
And at the bottom of this one display, she rung the tree. She put a ring around the bottom of the tree with antique Pepsi bottles.
Yep.
Because they have the same blues and reds as the ornaments, which is kind of interesting.
It's a different idea. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure I would. I don't know it would occur to me because it doesn't scream Christmas.
Yeah.
But I thought it was neat. It was different. It kind of has like an icy look to it.
Yeah.
I like this article. I had a big tag for love on page 94.
Okay.
Only because I loved that she like flanked the dining room with two trees, again to sort of showcase her favorite ornaments. I don't know. It's something I would do. So of course I loved it.
I liked it. I was not crazy about the wall paintings, stencils.
Yeah.
Big compasses.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't. I understood it because it's so in now, that like bold pattern stuff. It didn't. It felt a little old ladyish to me. I felt like once you take the trees out, it kind of. Well, I don't know. I didn't love it. I mean, I love the rest of the concept of it. I love if you can just stuff a tree somewhere, but
Oh boy.
But the most we've ever had was 14 trees. That was a lot of trees.
That's a lot of trees.
So I'm a big fan of multiple trees, and I just thought that like I don't know, I like the balance of it. I liked all of the.
Okay, so you like the symmetry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not always a symmetry person, but something about this room did it for me.
Okay.
So, page 102.
We have some nice fonts and calligraphy.
I love the font.
Yep.
We've talked before. We're both font whores.
Yes. Yep.
So, the font was really, really cool. The rest of it, I hate it.
Yeah. So it's like blush color.
I know
Decor for Christmas.
It's.
I don't know. Yeah, I have a big question mark for.
I have a tag for hate. The room feels like white and blushy, and
yeah.
it's just, and I hate this. The part I hated, and maybe I shouldn't say it.
No, say it. Say it.
They adopted 2 albino children.
Oh boy.
Like, how do they find them in this house?
Wow.
No, like I was like it's kind of weird.
It is weird.
Right?
Yeah.
The decor
matches the children.
matches the children.
Sure.
It's true. Tag for truth. Even the Christmas tree is flocked white.
Yep.
Right? And I'm not against it, but it's
if
like
the
there's
daughter stood next to it,
poof, gone.
Room's here. Where'd she go?
Where'd she go? Where'd she go?
Oh boy.
Honey, have you seen the kids?
Oh, there she is.
Oh, standing next to the tree. Oh God. Like there's literally like you can count on one hand the things in this space that has color in it.
Yeah.
That's not gold or white.
True.
And then look, there's a picture on page 104 of one of the children in the snow. Oh wait, you can't see them.
Yep. She's in a pink coat. If she wasn't, you would not see her.
Oh my God, that is bad. We're being bad.
We are.
That was really bad. So the one thing that made me get the whole house, though, I don't know if you saw this part, where she said, her whole house is modeled on this concept of like a Nancy Sinatra dream, and I was like, oh,
okay.
It does kind of feel like a retro '60s bleach blondes, like.
All right.
I don't know, it's weird. I love it though. I love everything about it.
I did like on page 107 her advent calendar made of stockings.
Super
because
cute.
it was in orange color palette.
Yeah. Super
which was
cute.
really refreshing for the holidays.
Yeah. And like they're all like they're not like perfect stockings. They're like super cute little cutouts and different colors with oranges and browns and sort of like almost
coral.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of coral, yeah. And like a gingerbready color. Kind of cool.
Yep. I liked it.
How'd you feel about their pink front door?
Hated it.
Page 106.
Hate it.
Noble Blush by Bear.
Oh,
We should tell all your listeners that the whole time you were in the hospital, I kept telling you that we painted all your rooms pink. You never believed me. While you were in the coma,
you painted your house
we painted your house pink. I should have done something. I should have done something.
You for a second.
I should have done something, but I was actually worried about you. So now that you're doing better, you just wait.
I'll wait. It says I'm always here.
Shit.
All right.
So
on to more crafting.
Right, on page 108.
Which I will not do.
This is your OT. Come on. I'm going to make you make these balls.
I'll give you balls. Woolly snowballs, lanterns,
Yeah.
stamp shapes.
They're cute. It's like little felt crafts.
They are cute. They're very colorful.
Yeah.
You get a little rainbow here.
Yeah.
Some non-traditional Christmas colors. I like that.
But it's full on crafting.
Yeah, it's very crafty. It kind of reminded me of the scene in Charlie Brown Christmas where they go to the Christmas tree lot and all the trees are purple and pink.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's what it seemed like.
And Charlie Brown picks out the little tree.
I mean, I have a silver tree, so I can't really talk.
No, you shouldn't really. I mean, most of your decor, you shouldn't talk.
But I like these non-traditional Christmas colors. So put it all together, it makes a nice rainbow effect.
Even the like pastel balls.
These ones?
Yeah.
Well, they look nice because they're a rainbow.
Yeah, they're rainbow. And they're actually, I thought this was a cute idea. This is something you could do with the kids. So you had to find something.
Yep.
Because it's like coloring, it's almost like coloring Easter eggs.
Yep.
Because they sort of make this mixture with glue and food coloring, and you just dip parts of the ball.
Frosted balls,
yeah. And everybody loves frosted balls.
I know. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't like cold balls?
Everybody loves frosted balls.
Oh gosh, here we are. See, this is, look, these are all of these little crafts. They make easy gifts.
Yeah. Are we at the end?
That's the last tag I have.
So, Rob, where are we going in our BH&G throwback machine this month?
1966.
Holiday Villages.
What did you think?
I love these. When I see them in for sale in magazines and stuff, I always want to buy them.
Right.
I don't have a mantle to put them on.
Right. Well, you don't have to do it on a mantle.
Well, but I feel like they need like a space.
A space? I can. You know what? I'm looking around your room down here. I can find a space.
I'm sure you can, but I'd have to move 20,000 Legos.
You have children.
I know.
I actually loved this. I didn't. The article that they referenced from 1966 is kind of weird looking.
Yeah.
It's like these floating houses on a black background. But I've always loved these little houses, and in fact, number 5, they are they're ceramic. But when I was in probably elementary school, I had seen a Department 56 village somewhere, and I was like, oh well, we don't have the money for that. So I cut out pieces of cardboard.
Nice.
And I glued felt onto them. And I made my mom a little felt box village that we put under our Christmas tree.
Great.
See? That was love from the heart.
Yeah.
It was cute.
It's the thought that counts.
They were cute. Obviously, I was crafting from the womb.
You were.
But my mom had glitter coming out. She's like, "What were you doing in there?" Crafting.
And I grew up with a crafting mom.
You did?
Yes.
Your mom had a lot more talent than I did. But her stuff actually looked like stuff. Mine looked like felt covered cardboard. But number 4, those like frosty.
Oh, yeah, I love those.
Oh, those frosted. I think they have a name, but it's those houses that are like frosted. I don't think I need this $90 one from Lennox.
No.
But the very first time I ever saw them, I remember I was a little kid. There was a jewelry shop in Uptown Kingston that they're front windows, they had all those old frosted houses. I was like, oh my God, that's so fancy. I want those. I don't have any though. But
I have a church.
You do?
A German church.
But you don't have a mantle. What do you do with it?
I put it on the sideboard in the dining room.
See, that's what
where the bottle brush trees go. All around it.
So it's a bottle brush tree forest and the church.
Church, yes.
Oh, it's like you're like wandering through the winter night and you come across Jesus.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. No, I loved this whole section. I love the little mini houses. Their whole thing even talks about you must love like the little fantasy of a little village kind of thing. Is super cool. Super, super cool. And I liked pretty much all of them. I liked the little like maple wood cutout ones, the ones in the sort of dome terrarium ones. I would take any of these except maybe 3 was a little, they don't have roofs. Yeah. They're a little too abstract for me.
Yeah, but the galvanized one you can put a candle in.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I think this is probably the first time in a long time we liked everything on the throwback page.
That's true.
But it is Christmas.
Yes.
And our hearts are warm and gushy.
Drunk.
No, usually when we're drunk, we hate it.
Yeah, that's true.
We did actually hate on the Christmas edition last year.
We did. We really
hated on it.
Yes.
So if you haven't listened to that, you should go back and listen to us hate on Pink for about an hour. But so this was cool. What a delight to be back. How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. So I'm Rob Conlon.
And I'm Jay Dewey.
And this is Could Be Better.
May your home
and your garden
be a little bit better
than your neighbors
and your best
friends. Thanks for tuning back in, y'all.
Sorry for the delay.
Oh.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Woohoo.
Could Be Better podcast is hosted by Rob Conlon and Jay Dewey and is produced and edited by Jay Dewey. Theme music is by Ben Sound. Subscribe today on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts, or listen at couldbebetterpodcast.com. Want some free Could Be Better stickers or coasters? Email us at couldbebetterpodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow the guys on Facebook and Instagram.
How are you doing so far in your drink? You drunk yet? You feeling tipsy?
Feeling tipsy, but got a little ways to go.
No, I'm not telling you to chug it at all, dude. I just hope you actually pushed record.
I did, yes.